I'm from a family of petroleum engineers, so me and my two brothers, we're all petroleum engineers. My daughter's a petroleum engineer, so I've kind of been around it for quite some time. But
yeah, good for you.
But I'll just use the word curiosity. So experience and knowledge in industry with the continuing curiosity of why something didn't work the way it worked last time. That's probably the best way I would describe it, and it's simple. It's a simple word, but when you think about it, that's how problems get solved. That's how problems get solved in our business. I mean, everything we work with is complex. Very few things that we work on we can see. We can't see what we're working on. Like orthoscopic surgery. That's workover rigs are right. That's one of the best descriptions. I've said it for years. Well intervention work is like orthoscopic surgery on a human being. Mm-hmm. You're working on something a long ways away with some pretty small tools, and the only people out there that, operators don't own workover rigs. Operators don't own perforating services. Operators don't do any of that. And so sometimes the perception is that the most qualified people are with the operator, but in reality, you and I both know that's not the case. And if it is the case, I would say that the chance of failure is going to be higher. So the service side of our industry across the board, it's changing. I think it's changing. I think that there still are too few real hands-on petroleum engineers, maybe even that have worked for operators previously in their career, that are working on the service side. Because operators are relying more and more on that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to keep things greased up and, keep oil changing motors and keep your tubing tested or all that. That's one thing. But
yep.
When we started going from fairly simple well designs to extremely complex well designs, that game is changing kind of under our feet right now. And it's been something I've been screaming loud. I've been telling everybody to listen to me. I've been saying that for quite some time. It's a change in business, and so it's not enough just to call a workover rig company and say go out there and do whatever, and then send me the ticket.
Just out of curiosity, just out of curiosity from your recent, experience with a 200 well campaign, number one, I don't know who you used, if it was a mom and pop from the region or if it was one of the big guys. But did you see that kind of thing? And and I guess the other question mark with extra service I always have is, are people willing to pay more money for it? Because some of these mom and pop guys, it's a guy and his son-in-law and maybe his son and so on and so forth, and they've got one or two rigs, and maybe they're well maintained, maybe they're not.
Right.
Will people pay money for it? And did you guys pay money for one of the big guys, versus one of the local guys?
The smart operations directors will, smart managers will, smart engineers will pay. Absolutely, yes. Proven. I'll give you an example. Like I said, at one point in time, I had 3 different vendors with a total of 5 rigs, and by the standards, I'm sure who you guys are dealing with, these are regional, central Oklahoma type stuff, to East Texas, but there was one company that clearly shined, and with my experience and background, I could tell pretty quick